Evening, Coach. Can you hear me okay?
Good evening, X. I can hear you.
Awesome. Go ahead and get started with questions. Pat Freeman will have our first question.
Trying to get our TV straight over here.
Coach, how you doing this today? After congratulations after a great win last night.
Thank you very much. We're doing well. I hope you are also.
Yes, sir. I want to follow up from my question last night. I felt Tyler Bass was kicking the ball well. What are some of the things you worked on with him, with the special teams coach? And after watching the film, what exactly went wrong on the block? Was that just a competitive play by the other side?
That was something that was a little bit of a technique issue on our part. So it is something that we need to address moving forward. We'll work on that. As far as T Bass, he's a guy that works hard at his craft, and I think he had a good week of practice and it showed up in the game.
And just my last question to you, health-wise, how did you come out?
Right. So we lost Tylen Grable to a groin muscle injury, core muscle injury yesterday. So he will not practice and more than likely be out for some time.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Sure thing.
Hey, Sean, John Worrell. Hope you had a good evening or got some rest. Question about injuries and whether we can expect anything from Taron Johnson or Terrell Bernard this week.
Both are improving, John, and they'll do a little bit more this week, but they will not make it back for this game.
And secondly, the whole everybody eats mantra on offense. How significant was that when it was introduced this offseason and we heard it from Joe Brady back in May? And how big has it been to see how it's developed and translated onto the field?
Yeah, I mean, the unselfishness of that mantra, if you will, is huge, right? I think that's a key aspect of really good teams across all sports, that unselfish nature. And I think that's what you're seeing on full display. And what you saw last night, 10 guys caught balls. James and Ray and Ty all shared some carries and had their share of success on the ground as well. So, just a good, healthy dose of unselfishness.
Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Hey, Sean. Hope you're doing well. Just wanted to follow up a bit on Taron and Terrell. Are you able to fully rule out IR for either of them at this point?
I would hope so. I think they're trending in the right direction, Catherine. It's if I hope we don't have to do that. If so, we've wasted a couple weeks here. So, but I think we're rather confident about their timeline, and it's going to probably bump up into that 2.5 to 4 week area. But I just feel like where we're at with it is we're moving forward in a good way. And we are looking forward to getting those guys back, but they're not going to be back. They will not return this week.
Gotcha. Thanks for the clarity on that. I was wondering, when you watched back the game last night, what did you see from Christian Benford?
Yeah, good solid technique, good solid focus, controlling the things that he can control, played well in the run and the pass game. I thought he had a real solid game.
Thanks.
Sure. That's it, right? We're good.
Hey, Sean, how are you? It's funny. I was thinking about Spencer Brown signing that extension a couple weeks ago, and it feels very eerily similar to Ed last year, signing his extension and then kind of proving it almost immediately. He's been among the best offensive linemen in the league through 3 weeks, and I know you don't like to get too far or give too much praise too early. But how good has he been, and how important has that been to the success of your offense?
No, yeah, Spence is a big part of our offense. I mean, last night I thought our offensive line did a great job winning the line of scrimmage against a good unit there, defensive line that has had some success defending the run, affecting the quarterback. And I thought our offensive line really played well, which is good to see, and something we're going to need every week. I mean, because the challenge is going to be just as big this week against the Ravens. So very pleased with what I saw last night.
And then, for Joe, obviously with the way that the offense has been scoring points, a lot of praise, rightfully so. But inside the building, when you look at the evolution and development of your offensive coaching staff, how much can you pinpoint, the experience of guys like Rob Boris and Aaron Cromer, and how much they've helped Joe as he's kind of taken the reins here, and just the cohesiveness on that staff?
Yeah, that's big. I think I mentioned it last night. One of Joe's greatest qualities, he's got many, but one of them is that he's a good listener. And when you have veteran, teammates, coaches on your staff to have those conversations with, that have seen a lot of ball, been around a lot of football, that goes a long way, right? That there's mutual respect both ways, and a good amount of collaboration, as you said, and communication and trust ultimately. And so that's been a real good thing. And then we've got, a good blend of some younger coaches as well that are able to learn and benefit from the wisdom that Chrome and Rob have. And so, and RC's been around a lot of ball as well, both as a coach and a player now. So, a player and a coach now. So, it's a good group. And I couldn't be more pleased with how they're working well together during the week.
And one more quick one, with Taryn going to be out again this week, what have you seen from Cam Lewis, and, especially looking ahead to Baltimore specifically, and the necessity for physicality and tackling against that front? What has he done that kind of has elicited confidence amongst the group and amongst the coaches?
Well, Cam, he's been here a few years now, and he's worn different hats. So any hat that he's been asked to wear, he's handled it extremely well. I mean, he's poised, he's mature, he's a good football player. So, very confident in his ability to go out there and execute for us.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, thanks for taking a couple minutes here for us today. After week one, Bobby Babich talked about how after the first half, he kind of needed to decompress a little bit. And we've seen the defense look much different after that first half against Arizona. We hear players a lot of times talk about the game slowing down for them. Have you seen that a little bit with Bobby as he's gotten more and more reps, and, as you all like to say, time on task?
Yes, Josh. No, you're right. It's the game moves fast when you're new to it or in a new seat, and it happened to me. It certainly happens to a lot of us. And when you're wired, though, in such a way like Bobby is, with that growth mindset to learn from every experience, and then to put in a lot of time the next week applying those lessons that you learned from the week before, it only helps. And it helps, like you said, to slow the game down. So whether you're a player or a coach in this case, Bobby continues to grow and learn, and so does the entire defensive staff. I know the offensive staff was mentioned as well, and feel really good about the defensive staff as well, and their ability to work together and solve problems, because problems come up even when you are 3-0, and things we have to do to improve, whether it's Monday through Saturday or come Sunday in the game. So that's an important trait of a good staff.
That's all I got time for, Sean, because Perino took so long. Appreciate the time.
I'll let you guys work that out.
Hey, Coach, how do you begin to prepare for stopping a running back like Derrick Henry, who went off last week against the Cowboys?
Affordable price.
See how much you could save with a free estimate today.
Your successful future begins at Hilbert College. We'll match you with a major that best fits your interests. Come visit us at Open House on October 12th and November 9th.
I think someone needs to hit mute on their screen.
/Open House.
Someone listening to. I don't
Thank
know.
you.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, Maddie. I can't remember what you were asked because I was thinking about Hilbert College.
This resolution was
I'll
filed
ask it
last
again.
week. To
I-
temporarily.
It was that
Okay.
one.
I think the
ahead.
coast is clear.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.